My dear friends, I am Sethuram from Nivedita Academy. Today's my topic is about the general exceptions given under the law of crime. There are certain exceptions given in criminal law, that is the section 76 to 106 IPC. Mostly these are very often asked in the clerk examination. Students should know this very much, because in many of the criminal cases, the defendants escape from the punishment using this kind of exceptions only. So very often it is this kind, any one of the questions may be asked in the clerk examination. So you have to know this very well. That is a 76 IPC section 76 to 106. You have some exceptions. One is mistake of facts. Mistake of facts means you did something wrong due to some mistake. Mistakenly it happened, but a harm was caused to the other person. So he may think that you have committed an offense, but you can prove yourself that you did this not with the intention, with the criminal intention, but it happened because of the mistake. That way you have to argue in the court. You have to prove all the evidences. Naturally, generally, the Evidence Act says that the prosecution has to prove the case that the accused is an criminal, like that. It is the burden of proof lies on the prosecution. But in the case of general exceptions under criminal law, it is a duty, it is a responsibility of the person who seek exception from the court. He has to prove himself that he did it because of something. He needs some exceptions. So because of some reasons given under exceptions. One is mistake of facts. A soldier shoots on the mob because the authorities, the higher officials, have given order to the soldier to shoot at the mob. Some people died. One cannot file any case against the soldier that he had murdered, like that. Yes, some people died. He did it as a duty. One can file a case, but it will not be there. The court will not take it. So he will take it, right? Then the court judgment has given, the court has orders his official to do something. So that may cause some harm to the other person, but the person cannot go to the court, cannot sue that official, because he has done everything as per the orders given to him. Okay, so in that way it is one can get exceptions under this general criminal law. Okay, another one, that is judicial acts. The government or even court has given the direction Court has given the judgment also. According to the judgment of the court, it may affect the persons. So for that he has to go to the appeal. He can appeal to the other court seeking justice. Just because he cannot sue the judge for giving such a wrong judgment like that. Accident. Another one is accident. Section 80. Judicial acts is also, by the judicial acts one can get exemptions. It is under 77 to 78. And accidents happen. You don't like to, you intentionally you did not cause any harm. It happened due to the accident. That you have to prove in the court, that you try to avoid that accident. You wanted to go in the right manner only, but the other person had come on the way. Instead of walking on the pavement, he walked on the main road. On the middle of the road he walked. So that way, and even then he wanted to avoid that accident, but it was unavoidable. That way you have to prove in the court. Okay. That way you can get some exceptions. It's a section 80. Then absence of criminal intention. You have no intention, but something happened. Even without intention also, some harm happened. So you have to prove that in the court of law, that you did it not with the intention, but something happened due to that. Something happened in spite of that. Oh, that way you have to show. There was no criminal intention. One can take someone as a criminal when it is done intentionally, and something wrong done intentionally, that only you can take it as a crime. Otherwise it is not at all a crime. You wanted to avoid some harm, but that kind of you wanted to avoid harm, but something happened. Okay, just to avoid harm you did something, but towards that something happened, something wrong happened. So you have to prove all these things. The burden of proof lies on the person who applies this general proof for that. The act of a child, an infant child cannot be till the age of 7. No complaint can be given in the police station. No FIR can be filed against a child up to the age of 7. Then up to the age of 12, suppose a person, a boy does some kind of harm, then he can be put into the juvenile schools only. Above 12 to 16, even if he murders, he can be given the punishment only 3 years imprisonment only. Till he gets his major, he is given very low punishment, less punishment. But above 18 years old, all the other laws, criminal laws apply only to the person who is a major. Okay, like that. This is a child. This act is under section 82 to 83. All these, the general exceptions are there for the child. Okay. Then next one, a lunatic. Section 84 of Indian Penal Code says a lunatic cannot be lunatic out of he's mad. Okay. So out of his madness he did something wrong. He has not done anything intentionally. That way the court will take that way only. So he can get exceptions under these criminal laws. Then one, act of an intoxicated person. It is there 85 to 86. One can get exceptions. The person who is drunk is drunkard who has lost his consciousness. Yes, he is not at all conscious at all. Such a person, because he has taken alcohol. So such a person also can get exceptions. Then bona fide act of another benefit, just for this doing some benefit to the other person, you did something, just you intentionally you wanted to do something good, but unfortunately something wrong had happened. For that you have to prove yourself that you did it only for good cause. That you have to show that to the court. It says 92. And then you made a communication, but it was wrongfully understood. So section 93 states like that. Communication is a wrong understanding of the communication. Act done under the compulsion or threat. Someone is threatened you, if you don't do that, I will kill your child, like that. So he does something wrong. So that wrong, you have to prove yourself that I was doing, at the time I was under compulsion, I was under threat. So I was not able to do anything on my own decision, I could not do anything. So that you have to prove all these things to the court. Then this is 94. And then trifling acts. Trifling acts. You did not like to make a big harm, you wanted to make a small harm, but unfortunately that has become a bigger one. So you can get some exceptions under that exemption, you can get it. The right of private defense. Someone comes to beat you, to attack you, or to make an injury to you. He is attempting to murder you. So at that time you have every right to defend yourself. So you can also defend. So but you have to prove yourself that that person has come only to attack or murder. So in the form of defense you did something. So something untoward happened. So that way it was a grave danger. You were waiting for imminent danger. Just to avoid it, and you did something. That way you have to prove yourself in the court. That way. The next one, threat. You did it everything only on the threat only, not on your own intention. That you have to do. That you have to show to the court. Or someone has come to give damages to the property. So you wanted to prevent it. You did something for that. You wanted to prevent, or you wanted to retaliate for that. So something happened. So that way you have to prove yourself, right? Then section 97 says to protect your body, your physical body. You did something that has caused some harm to the other person. And then 98 says you wanted to protect your physical, mental capacity of the attacker. So that way you wanted to protect another lunatic or a child or somebody else. Just to protect the other people, you did something wrong. So it has caused a great damage, or it has caused a great injury. That way you have to prove. So that way it is a section 98 says like that. 99, it also private defense. Just to defend yourself, you did something wrong, right? And then even 100, section says it was a serious nature. You have the full authority. You were in apprehension of death. Someone was coming with a sword, a knife, or some dagger to beat you or attacking you. So you have a fear that you will die. At the time, just to protect your life, from their attack, you can do something wrong, you can retaliate. You also attack, you also prevent. So at that time, during that fight, something happened. So that way you can defend yourself. Okay, these are the defenses. And some reasonable apprehension, you have the fear that something will happen. So you can protect yourself. Just for protecting yourself, you did something wrong. Not wrong, you did something to protect yourself that has caused some damages, some injury to the other person, even death also. So you can prove yourself that way. Okay. Then suppose someone has come to take away your property, they wanted to steal your property or break your house or robbery or burglary. Just to avoid all these things, theft, avoid all these things. You cannot keep silent. When the other person comes simply and take away all your property, you cannot keep silent. You have to retaliate. You have to fight. So in that case, you will get some exceptions to relieve yourself from the criminal act. Okay, criminal laws. So that way you get some exceptions. These are the general rules under criminal law, that is section 76 to 106. These are the rules. Okay, thank you very much.